I say hello to all the haters in the comments section. Welcome, it's your host, Mikey G. I'm here. I'm queer. Just kidding, I'm not. I might be. I don't know. I call myself White Diddy, so it's not a good thing. So I'm responding to some of the hate messages, hate comments that I get on the channel. I get a lot of hate comments, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm responding to a lot of the responses. So like I'll respond to a comment, and then somebody responds in that thread to the comment, and then I have to have the last word because I want to have the last word. That's how White Diddy operates. Shall we begin? Oh, I think I might have injured my shoulder a little bit. Yeah, pretty sure I injured my shoulder. Hold on. It feels a little tender. That's all right. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're looking at the comment section. We want to respond to every single comment in the community, and I will narrate I'll read the comments aloud. We'll narrate it. See what kind of sickos we have to contend with, and we'll go from there. Responses with new replies is what we got to look at. So this person said loser. As you can see in the comment thread, this person's not nice, and he doesn't make my bussy feel very nice either. In fact, if anything, I think he is mocking my bussy. I don't appreciate that. But yeah, this is a long thread, dude. I responded 12 minutes ago, but I always like to make sure I have the last word, because if I can get these... Damn, that person's... Some Vin Diesel's driving out there. But here's the thing, if these people can get pissed off enough, that's the key. Hopefully they get pissed off enough to be able to share my content with their friends. So I did tell this guy, you want to cross swords, as you can tell. And he says, seem used to playing lightsabers with your dudes. That's right. Oh, man. That's what us trust fund kids do. We hang out and do sketchy things. Wink, wink. There we go. It's a good comment right there. It's a good comment. Let's see. I also enjoyed it. This was a bit of a long one. Let's see what the last response was. My last reply was, gold is money because it is sought after for its physical properties and what it can be used for. You can't do much with a string of data. Bitcoin, and then FR0894 responds, Bitcoin is money because it's convertible to fiat at any moment and usable through a debit. Here's the thing, man. It's not first off, the transaction rates on the Bitcoin network are slow as hell. And even if they were fast, it doesn't matter. Strings of data are just strings of data. It's all BS. At the end of the day, you don't want to rely on currencies. You don't want to hold currencies. In fact, currencies deserve to go to what? Zero. And that's the point. I'm going to reply, quit acting like BTC is going to fix the monetary system. We just need to back the dollar with gold and stop and end the Fed. Federal Reserve, just to be more specific. Yeah, it's the way I look at it, at least, you know? All right, sorry about that, folks. Just looking at a couple things. Let's see. Stocks. Oh, my boy Stocks Family, TJ from Stocks Family Farms. Huddled. Hold on for dear life to eggs. Actually, eggs are pretty valuable. It's great. People are seeking eggs, man. So if you have the ability to sell eggs at the moment, honestly, you know what's crazy is you could probably go on Facebook Marketplace if you haven't already, TJ, and you could probably let people know, hey, I got tons of eggs to sell everybody. So that'd be smart as fuck, dude. Sell some eggs. Get it. I'm pretty sure Facebook Marketplace allows the sale of eggs. I'd be shocked if they didn't. Be cool though. And then people could just call you up and be like, hey, I want some motherfucking eggs. Hell yeah. Dude, that's fucking awesome, man. I might even buy some eggs from you. Tim Smith says, developing Trump's one big beautiful bill to pardon Diddy. Ooh. That would be interesting. A Diddy pardon? Can we get Diddy a pardon, please? Can this happen? Can I do this? So we're going through all the different comments on the channel now. There's a lot of... I have a lot of spats with a lot of the haters, and I love the haters, by the way. They're my best advertisers. So I would like to say I don't want to make them mad, but that's kind of the whole point. The haters, whenever they get really, really mad, they share my content and call me gay on Reddit forums. So the more people call me gay, the more money I make, is what I'm trying to say. It's like on OnlyFans. I need to do OnlyFans. I am on OnlyFans, actually, but I need to I need to actually do something on the channel. Stocks Family Farm says, I have so many. You want some? I'm coming into town tomorrow. Well, I'm going to be pretty busy for the next week. I mean, the only time, because I'm usually working until 4, and then I got other stuffs I got to do after work, and then timing might be a little bit rough on that one, but depends on what time you're coming in. But yeah, if you got extras, man, if you end up bringing some into town or whatever, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, no, I'm good on eggs at the moment though. Luckily I'm good at eggs. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people though out there who could use a little extra eggs in town. So I'd say go on Facebook Marketplace, man. If you got a lot of extras, dude, people just be like, hey, I got some eggs for everybody. Or something. Facebook Marketplace is so good to advertise shit, especially locally, man. Or just any of the local Facebook groups and stuff, like the Coos County ones or whatever. It's pretty sweet. Let's see. Tim Smith says they shared my content and called me gay. They beat me up and stuffed me in a locker of 2025. That's kind of it. It's a good Tim. That's a good analogy. That's a hilarious analogy. Luckily, I was too big and fat for anybody to shove me in a locker. But uh, let's see. Um, but yeah, Stocks Family Farm says haters make you famous. Absolutely, man. No, that's one of the reasons my channel has blossomed, because I have a lot of opinions that are fairly contrarian to the modern man, and because I'm fairly contrarian, not I just think differently. You know, that's the one thing I will say. I think very differently than most people. I have a very, I'm not. There are things that people do that I do, and there are things that people do that I don't do. It just depends. Not everything that everybody does is good for you. For instance, there are people who like drink a lot. I don't like to drink a lot. In fact, I started kind of figuring out how to live my life based on how everybody else is living their life. I actually started doing the opposite of things that I thought were stupid that everybody does. And if there's something that's dumb, oh, hell yeah, got a dividend. If there's something that's dumb and I want to do the opposite of it, I'm going to do the opposite of it. That's the thing. So I definitely have a very contrarian way of thinking about the world. And it's one of those things that I really hope inspires people, because I think it's good to be contrarian. I think that you have to look at what the collective is doing, and you kind of have to, be intelligent about it. Obviously, there are things like everybody wears clothes. Obviously, I'm going to wear clothes. You have to be intelligent about how you're being contrarian. But if there's something that is blatantly dumb that everybody's getting behind, take the opposite road. Because there's a lot of dumb ideas that get passed off as good ideas because everyone's doing it. And I'm not a big fan of collective herd thinking. I just don't believe in it. But Stocks Family Farm says Tim is so right. Absolutely. We are living in one of the most sensitive generations. And I think it's because of social media. People get congratulated for having mental illness. People get congratulated for, just weakness overall. And look, we should all have empathy for people who are going through shit, right? We should. Whether it is mental illness, but we should not be celebrating, certain things. But if you want to wear, like for instance, I'm autistic, I'll admit it. Not proud of it, not really. But to a degree, I like to make sure that because there's a stigma to it, and people do treat people with weaknesses like crap or sort of any sort of ailment. Not all the time, but behind closed doors, I think. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Stocks Family Farm says, I drink and smoke a lot, and I know it's not the best, but I traded a meth habit for drinking and smoking 18 years on. Hey, dude, as long as you're off that stuff, sometimes you got to replace one vice with another. And if that keeps you off the bad shit, man, I mean, obviously smoking, well, actually, what do you smoke? Do you smoke cigarettes or like pot? I was going to say, if you smoke cigarettes, I think one of the better alternatives would be like American Spirits, because it's natural tobacco. I used to smoke cigarettes when I was younger. I not going to lie, there are times I crave a cigarette, but I'm pretty straight edge these days. Shockingly, the older I get, the more straight edge I get. I got a caffeine addiction for sure. Caffeine has kept me away from nicotine, I'll tell you that. But yeah, no, it's tough to keep off some of the crazy hard stuff, man. I get it. I'm just glad you're off the meth train, man. Glad you're off that shit, man. I knew to stay away from it when I was younger, because I got a real addictive personality. Like, that's why I stayed away from cocaine. I stayed away from meth. I stayed away from all that, because I knew with my addictive personality, I would be in the weeds with that shit. So, now for the most part, my only addictions are caffeine and drinking a little bit of Coors Light every now and then. So I do love I love Coors Light, and I need to start drinking vodka again. I love vodka. And maybe because I'm part Russian or whatever, but it's still good. There's more replies. Here we go. Let's see. Real Garza is still talking. Still full of shit. I mean, that last comment was epically dumb. Like, impressive level wrong. Okay, first off, I'm going to tell this person, how the heck is Zaddy, I'm going to call myself Zaddy, wrong? Do you really trust the government with your retirement? I sure as hell don't. Let's see. Tim Smith says, got a royalty payment today for my Amazon book. Used it to buy wine. Amazon royalties equal free wine. Oh, that's right, dude. Tim has that sweet ass book on Amazon. Oh my goodness, you know what I realized? I could get a commission off of your book because I'm an Amazon associate, Tim. Oh, dude, hold on. Let me look up Tim's book real quick. I'm going to look it up on a bit of a private browser, so hold on. Amazon.com. David Lynch's Island Empire Explained. Yes. Okay, I want to see if I can get commission. Oh my goodness. So I could get a 4% commission. Holy smokes. I got to show this to everybody real quick. So here's Tim's book, by the way. I'm going to just switch the window capture real fast. We're going to switch it all the way to Chrome real quick. See if I make sure I got all the private stuff here. Perfect. Go to Chrome. So notice I can get a 4% commission rate. Hold on, I want to read this real quick. I'm read Stocks Family Farms. I was a needle junkie and quit cold turkey and went to college and got 4 degrees. Oh my God. Whoa. 4 degrees? It's a lot of motherfucking degrees. Are we talking about like we're talking about like are they like associate degrees and shit, or? That's flipping impressive. Holy smokes, man. What a beast. Give it up, babe. Everybody give it up for TJ, man. That's the type of success story I like to hear. Seriously, and if anybody's going through a tough time, man, look towards TJ, man. As I always say, you're never too old to have role models, and I still to this day have role models. You're never too old to have role models, man. And TJ, man, I want to say this to everybody. If TJ's story doesn't inspire you in some degree, I don't know. Rethink yourself. Look yourself in the mirror, man, because that's some good shit, man. I like that. I'm a big fan of seeing people succeed, man. Like, not to make it too sexual, but I get off to that shit. Figuratively speaking, not literally. Figuratively, I get off to it. But no, I love seeing people succeed. It honestly is one of the really cool things, is just seeing people do well. Anybody do well. I love seeing individuals do well, and yeah, being able to contribute in some form of fashion, man. I dig it. So, kicking butt, dude. I love it. But here is Tim's book. David Lynch's Island Empire Explained. It's $9.99. And I got to admit, I can get commission for this by creating a link. Hold on, let me see if I can get a link here. I can. All right, so I generated a link. And we'll put it in the chat for now. I'm also going to add this to the list. I gotta add this. Hold on, you guys. This is too cool. Blah, blah, blah. I want to add, because, let's see. I'm trying to think where I want to put this. Okay, I'll put this right here. Okay, sorry, I wanted to make sure this was saved. Let's see. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to sort this out. There we go. I put it in my everyday carry. That's where I put it. I'm going to also save this and make sure the upload default is arranged. I want to actually change the upload default. Make sure that's good. Sorry, you guys. I'm taking forever. I know. Give me 1 second, though. Let's see my everyday carry. Watch. Boom. Bathmate. Bathmate and checkmate. Hell yeah. Put that in my everyday carry. So we got Mr. Tim Smith's book is now going to be referenced in every single description. I put it in my everyday carry. So if you want to know what book I'm referencing, heck yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Give me 1 second, folks. I want to make sure the upload default's actually saved. There we go. Okay, it all saved. Sorry about that. I'm going to get back to the comments here. Heck yeah. Let's see. Stocks Family Farm says I have an associate's in. Hold on, let me put this back up real quick. I have an associate's in entrepreneur business, an associate in horticulture and botany. Hell yeah, dude. Bachelor in commercial agriculture and a bachelor in agricultural engineering. Whoa. Landscape design. Dude, what a sav, dude. What a savage. That's awesome, man. Dude, my man, that's an accomplishment right there. I never, I went to college for a semester, just at a community college, just to see if it was something I'd like. I was not a fan of college. I'll admit it. I was a really more of an independent reader once I got out of, learner. Once I got out of high school, I just started just reading books from subjects that interest me. I made sure that I consistently studied on my own for sure. Just because I want to, become more of an expert on things that I'm interested in and stuff. So it's cool that you went after what you're interested in, though, man. That's awesome. But what a beast. Give it up for freaking TJ, my boys. My boys and girls, give it up for my boy. My boy. But total beast. Stocks Family Farm says, which TJ, TJ says, I use college to quit drugs. Absolutely. Here's the thing, man. You were too focused on a goal, a more important goal than the drugs. I say when you get if you get rid of your goals, man, you get bored. Boredom creeps in, and you're thinking, "Damn, I want a cigarette," or "Damn, I want this," or something bad for me, right? So that's why it's good to have a purpose. It's good to have a big goal, bigger than you, and something that you could try to tackle. That's impressive, brother. That's impressive as hell. See, TJ's on the right track, my friends. But hey, you know what? Honestly, there's always going to be ups and downs. It's never a perfect ride. But that's the best part about it, man. You don't know what the ride is gonna. You don't know what kind of bumps you're gonna have along the way. You don't know what's gonna happen, but it's all in good fun, man. But yeah, this is Tim's book, by the way. So Tim gets royalties, which is great. He gets a little bit of money, and I can get a commission off of this. So if you guys follow my link to Tim's book, which I created a link and put it in the chat, but I'm also going to be putting it in the upload defaults as well. Trying to. Hold on. Well, at least it's in the upload defaults. That's the most important thing. Also, I need to update. Crap. Hold on, you guys. I got to think about this real quick. Let me go back to Firefox real fast. But yeah, make sure you guys check out Tim Smith's book. Friggin' David Lynch's Inland Empire Explained. It's technically under Michael Lidstone, but anyway, check out his book. Make sure that you guys. I haven't read it yet, admittedly. I haven't gotten around to purchasing it or reading it, but one of these days I do need to actually purchase the book. I think it's ebook only, if I'm right. Hold on. It's Kindle available instantly by now with one click. So I think it's. Okay, so I think it's a straight up ebook. Okay, it's in the Kindle format edition, which is pretty dope. Heck yeah, dude. It's not even a big file size either. Very manageable. Interesting. Stocks Family Farm, Mr. TJ says, when I'm done writing the Allegheny church book, I'll give you the link. Dude, beast. Yeah, man. Straight up let me know. I do love reading books. I don't like to spend an arm and a leg on books, though. That's why I go to the Goodwill. So the Goodwill, by the way, fun life hack for anybody who loves to read but doesn't like to spend an arm and a leg purchasing books. I like having if it's a really good book and I feel like I may need to reference it later, I definitely keep it. But a lot of the times I usually just give the books away. I'll go find like a little lending library thing and I'll just put the book in there. Let somebody take it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan. I love donating books to random places. So after I get done reading the book, I'm just like, boom, putting it out there. Oh man. All right. TJ says I get free books from the library all the time. Absolutely. I do like their free book section. My thing is I usually kind of forget to send, like, if I check out a book from the library, sometimes I do forget to actually return it, and I'm like, oh shit. So I try not to borrow books. I do like the little free little cart, like you're saying. The free cart is incredible, man. They got some interesting books in there sometimes. But yeah, I love reading, man. I'm a big whenever I can, I'm reading. But I like to read under, as cheesy as this sounds, I love just chilling out under a tree and reading. It's very simple. I like it. Okay, I'm going to read through the rest of the comments real quick here. Let's see. I understand where you're coming from, but that's just not how it works. Oh, hold on. I already replied to that. Okay, it's exactly how it works. Scarcity is a sham because it's implemented by a man who created the software. Yeah, okay, this was what I was saying right here. And then Jacob9583 says, let's see, blah, blah, blah. Give me a second. So why is fiat worth anything? It's just a string of data as well. Only you can literally make more of it. What is your definition of worth? My definition of worth is intrinsic value. The value of gold lies in lies in its utility. Let's see, like the value, I'm trying to think about this really quick. So the value of gold lies in its utility. Essentially, it can be used as a conductor in the real world. Sorry, as a conductor or in jewelry. Or I can't spell jewelry. How do you guys spell jewelry? There we go. Or in jewelry. Other things I can't think of right now. The point I am trying to make is it can be utilized in the real world outside of it being just a means of exchange. Gold, stocks, real estate, gold, all of these things, all the value of these things can be measured to some degree this can be measured without the need to look at what the market. Hold on. The value of these things can be measured without the need to look at what the market is saying about them. There we go. It's like you just know that gold is valuable because of what it could be used for. If I look at Bitcoin without looking at the market price, and I just look at Bitcoin as it is, and I ask myself, what the frick can it be used for? Most people can't give me a straight answer, like what it could be used for other than being a currency exchange or whatever. Anyway. Mr. TJ says, I have to go feed the animals. Have a great night, sir. Talk to you soon. Hell yeah, my man. Dude, always a pleasure to talk to you, Mr. TJ. Hey, keep up the good work, man. I got to check out your channel a little more often. I might even do some fun, watch a few of the short videos and stuff. But I love doing reactions to videos. It's always a good time. But thank you, Mr. TJ. You the man. But yeah, you guys, just as a quick shout out, Tim Smith's book is now in my description. I can now get commission off of any sales of Tim Smith's book. Basically, I can, and it's at no extra cost to you guys, by the way, because as an Amazon associate, that's what it's all about. I may get a small commission, but like I said, at no extra cost to any of you guys. So check out Mike's book. I'm going to be having his book listed in the description of my YouTube videos from here on out. And I just like supporting Tim. He's really a good guy. One of the coolest dudes, and also supports the channel because I get a 4% commission on Kindle books. That is insane. It's insanely awesome. To both of you, I do not trust the government and would trust Wall Street over the crooks in the federal government. You guys make me sick. I do. This is fun. I love responding to these comments. They're a little bit crazy. They're kind of crazy responses, obviously, because I'm a bit of a crazy dude. But not by much. Wow. This is so cool. I'm having a good time, you guys. Thank you guys for being sexy. Being sexy. Oh, these are over a year old. Wow. Holy crap. It's not complicated. It's worth what somebody's willing to pay. Clearly, it's worth nothing to you, but you aren't everybody, are you? In reality, it's worth what people are buying for. No. That's a stupid comment. Perceptual value is stupid. Here's the thing. There's always going to be perceptual value, but there also has to be something beyond perception. Like, what does it actually do? What does this asset do? If it's a currency and it's not backed by anything, then it's worthless, whether it's digital or physical. And if it can't do anything, like if it doesn't actually have any real world utility, then it's pointless. If you take my Bitcoin, I will be okay with it. But you have to crack my wallet first. Either way, I am betting against Bitcoin in the long term. I should say, for the long term. long. I'm betting against Bitcoin for in the long. Yeah, in the long term. Let's say in the long term. Yeah. This is an old one. This guy clearly loses all the time. Can tell from his fridge. That's a nice comment. Thank you, sir. Oh god, I'm turning into the Opster. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. I told him I just think it has no real value ultimately, and everyone thinks it is something it is not. And then he says, fair enough. Thank you, my G Dog Brony Warrior. You are so cute and awesome. I'm sure a lot of these dudes get uncomfortable because they'll be like, "Thank you, my G Dog Brony Warrior. You are so cute and awesome." My replies to these comments are cringy and pretty homoerotic majority of the time. So this is why it's called White Diddy responds to his comments on the internets. It's pretty fun though, man. I really do enjoy responding to these. It's a little ridiculous sometimes, but what's a man to do? Makes me want to cry. Jordan Peterson. Cause the haters gonna hate. Players gonna play. And I just wanna shake. Alright, let's see what else we got going on here. Got like no viewers happening here. Out of desperation, I'm telling people to please like and subscribe. So this person's saying, me personally, I'm not taking financial advice from someone with a fold-up dining room table. First off, not financial advice. Ever. The irony is that I have a small wong and a high net worth. Not ashamed to have a fold out kitchen table because it is just way easier than having a big, heavy, annoying one. I'm reading this comment. I'm kind of like, all I will say is, even if you think Bitcoin is useless, its supply is not controlled by any governmental body, as well as its distribution, which is the only reason why I still find it attractive. But in the end, it's just currency like any other cryptocurrencies. How much currency they have stake, but I guess they are still too new for their value to make. What the hell? So the Bitcoin miners get rewarded in Bitcoin, which means they are rewarded in fiat. The dollar and Bitcoin are twinsies. Twinsies? Twinsies? How do you spell twinsies? I'm going with twinsies here. Let's see if there's a correction. Twinsies. Twinnies. We'll just twinsy. We'll say twinsies. And there should be an S actually. Twinsies. Oh my god. Oh, let's get rid of the Z here. So the dollar and Bitcoin are twinsies due to their lack of intrinsic value. They are both not backed by anything of real value. I save my assets, not my money. I save my stocks, bonds, and commodities. Commodities. I had to learn how to spell. Save my assets, not my money. I save my stocks, bonds, and commodities. Currencies, both physical and digital, are not worth saving and are pure trash. Man, it's crazy how many responses I get to these. Like, there's like comment threads because they want to have the last word, and I'm like, no, I want to have the last word. I deserve the last word because I'm a princess. Hell yeah, I'm the motherfucking princess. Mm. No, man, don't let your little stupid feelings get hurt. You want to cross swords? That's my only response is you want to cross swords. Oh man. That's my only response to this garbage is you want to cross swords because I'm just tired of arguing with these people. Usually just makes them mad. It's a lot easier to respond to these on my phone because I actually use the speech to text where I just speak into it and it makes some text. I just usually yell at them through my phone. I'm a keyboard warrior. I'm a nasty little keyboard warrior. I'm a Karen, dude. I'm a straight up Karen. I can't help myself. My name is G Diddy. Do you guys think this show is a little off the rails? I think it is. Comments. Let's see. Response. They call me witty. P. Diddy. I got Michael's book in there too. I also saved Michael's book, Mr. Tim Smith's book, to this. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, dude, I just realized I have monetization off on this. Here we go. Okay, so we got monetization on. Okay, so overall, if anybody ends up watching, that's great. But yeah, I think let's keep responding to these, man. These are fun to respond to. Oh, this person saying, "Oh, nice, another financial genius who thinks monopoly money is a good investment." Well, I think if we're gonna be honest, we'll take the monopoly money, please. No. Let's see here. What else we got? What else? What else we got? The dollar and Bitcoin are both fiat by all technicality. If you think a string of data from a decentralized network is valuable, then you don't know jack about finance. All you know is Binance. I don't even know if Binance is still a thing. Don't worry, folks. I have been betting against Bitcoin like a madman and trickle buying into the SBIT ETF. Making money off that decline. BTC price. Like a beast. I will be betting against all of you as Bitcoin continues its bull run. I use leveraged ETFs to profit from the price decline of the Ponzi MLM scheme known as Bitcoin, my clit coin. Stocks actually provide a product or a service. BTC is lazy, fake money used by grifters and human traffickers. I think all of you BTC people are low life SOBs. And I take pleasure in betting against you. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. We need more simps. Okay, so this person is saying, you got me good. I mean, I must be wrong. I mean, I first heard about Bitcoin on 4chan. Like this person on YouTube called Geek Blog. Bitcoin is used by creepers who buy illegal crap on the interwebs. It's fun to reply to these because a lot of my responses are just kind of like, I'm just trashing Bitcoin. I'm not trashing the people who believe in Bitcoin. A little bit. I just think that Bitcoin is used by human traffickers and scum of the earth primarily, and also ransomware attackers as well. Used by pieces of crap is what I'm trying to tell you guys. I have no faith in this phony baloney dildo money. So we are comparing company equity to a digital currency. I'm not sure. I'd argue that one. Yeah, because you can't compare Bitcoin to anything of value due to Bitcoin being valueless. Bitcoin is the same as the US dollar. They are both fiat currencies and will continue their slow decline to zero. If you are foolish enough to fall for this digital tulip bulb, then you deserve to lose all of your money. I will not shed a tear. Here, when you do. Yeah. Trying to consider how to respond to this comment. Tim Smith says, I haven't been digitally tulip bulbed since my honeymoon. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Oh, man. Good old Tim Smith, my man, dude. You're the man. Bitcoin is evil. Bitcoin will go up to about 120,000 and then bang. It will go down rapidly because the only people dumb enough to buy it at those prices will sell out of sheer panic when they see the price drop. There we go. This is fun, man. Hold on, let me kind of want to make sure you guys can see my replies. I realize that as I'm typing them out, I don't think anybody could really see them, so I'm going to try to get these shown so people see what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I figured this is a good, fun way for me to get some extra views, is respond to all the comments. I'm really catching up on a lot of comments that I haven't fully responded to. Check it out. That's what we're talking about. Oh. All right. S47AS says, what we doing? So I'm responding to comments, but doing a bit of an intermission where I eat these unicorn puddings. Oh, there we go. Mmm. Mmm. Very tasty. These are some good puddings. Only 99 cents. Grocery outlet. Solid place, man. The big GO. All right. Two more. I'm going to have this blue one. Mm. All right. So I'm going to try to respond to all these comments and then end the live video probably. Mm. This is still good. Oh, yeah. So I'm wondering if the big, beautiful bill is going to get passed. All right. Gonna keep responding to these comments, but yeah, S47AS, we're kicking some ass responding to these comments here. It's kind of like Blue's Clues when it's like when they're checking the mailbag, except for on this one, when I check the mailbag, it's a bunch of black dildos in the mailbag that say "fuck you" on them. So that's what we're looking at, man. We're looking at spam. Let's see here. It's only worth something because people with more money than sense think it's worth something. It's the investors that give these things that are worth their speculative value, not their use value, because no cryptocurrency is wide adoption. The beauty is that it is all phony turd money. And everyone knows in their heart that Bitcoin and all crypto are a net negative to society. Make sure you guys can actually see that. Okay, cool. This is fun. I want to make sure I'm showing everybody this. All right. It's overrated. Just let me get another drink in. Watch me come undone. They're selling razor blades and mirrors in the street. When I'm going down, you'll be asleep. Tim Smith says, breaking. I tried every Krispy Kreme flavor. YouTube Caleb Hammer explodes live on air. Oh my God. So I heard about Krispy Kreme. I can't remember if it was you guys who told me. One of you guys told me that Krispy Kreme is down or something. No, actually, I read that in an article today. Never mind. So Krispy Kreme donuts, their stock is tanking. Like hard. It's like $2 per share or something like that. And a part of me wants to take a chance on Krispy Kreme donut. I'm probably just going to buy a share of Krispy Kreme, by the way. I'm not going to go all in. I think that would be dumb. but I'm definitely willing to purchase a share of Krispy Kreme and see what happens, you know. Do you guys think I should purchase Krispy Kreme shares? Because I heard their merger with McDonald's I don't think is going through. Unfortunately, because I was really hoping that they would merge with McDonald's. That would have skyrocketed Krispy Kreme stock. Oh. That would have been crazy. But yeah, let's keep on rolling. Tim Smith says the couple on Caleb Hammer today were spending $250 a week at Dunkin' Donuts. A week? Dude, that's a lot of money. I love donuts as much as the next guy, but if you're spending $250 a week at Dunkin' Donuts, and look, there's other things at Dunkin' Donuts besides their donuts. They got coffee, I think. They got other things, but Dunkin' Donuts is cool, but it's not $250 a week cool. So damn, dude, I gotta watch that episode tonight. I don't think I'm gonna react to the episode tonight, but I might just watch it just for the hell of it. Because, my God, $250 a freaking week? You gotta be kidding me, man. That's crazy. I can't wait to see Bitcoin crash to $5 a Bitcoin. I predict this will happen by the end of the year. I hope it happens. That'd be so freaking hilarious. I just want to see all the selling pressure, man. Because that's the thing about Bitcoin, man. It's a bunch of grifters and degenerates who are pumping up the price. So Lou Dog says you can't make this shit up. Why does every buttcoin shill believe they are effing fiduciaries and they always upload video game clips for their videos? It's hilarious. The shills who promote BTC are all the kind of people who beat off, well, who pound their sack to I'm not gonna finish that. Hold on. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do the trick. Tim Smith says, go to today's Caleb Hammer called He's a Monster and skip to the 1 hour and 30 seconds. It's a Dunkin' Donuts. Okay. All right, I'll do that. I'm not going to watch the whole thing on this video, but we could do an intermission here. Oh, hold on. He's a monster. Okay. About 1 minute 30. An hour. Skip to, hold on. So 1 hour and 30 seconds. Okay, so the 1 hour 30-second mark. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to hear a crash out. All right. I want to hear this crash out, man. Hold on. Oh, it's because there's no audio.
You know nothing, even though you're the one in charge of the finances of the household. You guys are children. Never have credit cards again. You are not credit card people. This is what a fucking joke.
But didn't I make a big payment on that one?
Yeah, I did, but you immediately spent, so it doesn't fucking matter. And guess what? You all spent it on DoorDash. It was $500 of DoorDash. $500 of DoorDash.
I told you I do like $250 a week.
Yeah.
On Dunkin'.
$250 a week on Dunkin'?
Probably.
So, $250 a fucking week on Dunkin'?
It just blows my mind.
Doing what?
This blows my mind.
Because it's like $20 each time.
What?
Did she say $20 each time? Hold on. So $250 a week. That's 7 days in a week. $20. If it's about, she should be spending $140 technically per week. Then if it's only about $20, but if it's $20 for each person, then that's a different story. Oh my god.
Like coffee and donuts.
What are you? How often?
Probably.
Every day you're getting donuts every fucking day? How are you enough?
I don't know.
You will be.
Yeah, probably. But I get everyone else breakfast too.
I will say this, one of the reasons that they're not too fat is because it's very simple. Dunkin' Donuts coffee is very strong. So the caffeine will help them poop out the donuts. The coffee will help them poop out the donuts quite easily. And then depending on how many donuts they eat per person. I mean, if they exercise a lot and they drink a lot of coffee, and they're constantly crapping and they're keeping their bowels clean, that might be good. Maybe Krispy Kreme donuts is like the Subway of no, Dunkin' Donuts. Sorry, maybe Dunkin' Donuts is like the Subway of donuts. You know what I mean? Like these two are the Jared Fogels. You guys are looking right here at the two Jared Fogels of Dunkin' Donuts. These are the Dunkin' Donuts. The ball is in your court, by the way, to make them your official, the faces of your franchise. The way Jared Fogel was the face of Subway, these two can be the face of Dunkin' Donuts. Let's keep going.
Everyone else, I don't care. You owe them money. Stop buying them donuts that you can't afford. $20 door dashing donuts every single fucking day. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who's everyone?
What's worse is they're door dashing it. They're so fucking lazy. Like, okay, I don't mind that people do DoorDash. That's cool. It keeps me in business. By the way, me doing DoorDash in this town, I love it when people are ordering DoorDash. But honestly, if you can't afford DoorDash and it is cutting into your budget, you should stop. That'll hurt me, but it will save you. I love doing DoorDash on the side, but it's definitely not my primary source of income. But it's one of those. Let's keep going.
His parents and my
Workplace?
daughter.
Okay.
No, I work from home.
All this and you work from fucking home. You absolute degenerate piece of shit.
Yeah.
You kind of are acting like a piece of shit. You owe them money and you buy them donuts and you spend $250 on Dunkin', DoorDash a week? A week?
250 a week on DoorDash is insane. That blows my mind. Unreal. This is an incredible crash out, by the way.
Yeah.
Just Dunkin' Donuts alone?
Well, like,
I'll tell you what. I'm going to watch more of this actually right now, but I'm going to stop responding to comments. I'll probably end up just lying in bed and responding to comments using the voice to text. Just trolling. But I figure we got to get a few good comments in there that you guys were able to see me spew out some bullshit. Basically just me getting angry and upset that people don't agree with me. Just kidding. People don't need to agree with me. It's not a big deal. I do have fun. I think if somebody's making a really shitty point, though, if somebody keeps saying that Bitcoin is valuable, I'm just like, fuck you, dude. You're a grifter.
Funnel to
Jersey
debt would
Mike's.
pay it off in 122 months.
yeah.
You guys are acting seriously like 14-year-olds. Like 14-year-old teenagers living at home. Just because they are enabling and allowing you to stay there. Yes, you're paying rent, but look what they're allowing. And they're giving you money and paying off your debt because you can't figure out anything in this world. You guys are children. You are actually children. Are you not embarrassed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why have you done fucking nothing? Huh?
I just don't even know where to begin.
Not $250 on Dunkin' every fucking week? Where would you begin? I'd look there as a start.
Dove Men Plus Care, whole body DO protects you everywhere. Here, when you're there.
I don't know. It's a mess. That's for sure.
Yeah, great response. You've done nothing. You haven't tried to do anything. You're embarrassed that you've done nothing to fix it. Children.
We've definitely fallen into a complacency of convenience and comfort
Shut the
because
fuck up.
of the pregnancy, I would say.
Oh, because of the pregnancy 3 years ago. 3.5 years ago. What an excuse. What a disgusting excuse. What a moronic excuse. What an embarrassing excuse. You want to be attached to that excuse?
No, but we also spent worse before I was pregnant. So it's been not just that.
Yeah.
They were worse than this? How can you get worse than spending $250 a week on Dunkin' Donuts? Now, granted, they're door dashing Dunkin' Donuts every week. They don't even go to like if you went to Dunkin' Donuts, physically went there. I don't know. I just don't know. It's insane, man. I don't know what to say. Except for wow.
So we used to make more money before I got pregnant.
What? How much did you guys make? You make good money now.
I feel like 175, I think, a year.
Oh, I'm just gonna fucking take a shit all over this table. What the they let me in on some lore. You went and got a $4,000 necklace while you were unemployed in January, which is, by the way, a month.
$4,000 necklace. I don't care how rich you are or even how poor you are. Buying a $4,000 necklace, even if it's for somebody else, is a dumb expense. And honestly, like I could be a millionaire and I would think that that's a dumb purchase. Honestly, I probably would be a millionaire because I would think that stupid things like that are a dumb purchase. Wow. These people are children.
Where you asked your parents if you could not pay rent? What are you, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? Is he gonna conveniently not remember this one?
No.
He told me he felt spendy.
He felt spendy.
That's the way he told me.
What even is that?
I don't remember using that term ever,
It's like,
but I don't.
we did on
doubt
we
it.
even told Lindsay, and he said that. I felt a little spendy.
You literally
did our
told Lindsay a
phone
couple
call.
days ago. Yeah? Confirmed? Yeah. What is wrong with with you?
When he likes something, he's hyper focuses on it.
I do too, but doesn't mean I get it. I do if I can afford it.
Yeah. To be fair, I think we did have that in our savings. It just made it to where we couldn't pay for anything else.
I'm sorry, a $4,000 necklace is probably the dumbest purchase in the world. That makes me angry. Like, I make a pretty good amount of money. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty well off at this point in my life. I wouldn't say perfectly well off. Hold on, I made a splooge everywhere. Wipes here. Splooge messes. But you know, the funny thing is, like, if I want snacks, I go to Grocery Outlet because it's a discount store that has snacks at a lower price, and I can get a real bargain on pretty much anything I want at Grocery Outlet. That's a great example, right? These people are just... You gotta think, you know how people always say, you know, you should think before you say things. You know, people are more willing to say that and more willing to do that than they are willing to think before you buy things. We live in a culture where impulse buying is actually encouraged. Like, oh, it was on sale, I don't need it. It's like, ugh. Yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta think about things before I buy them. I'm one of those guys that I have to mentally think, do I want this in my life? Is this going to be more of a nuisance to have this in my life? Or is it going to have some utility? Something, right? That's why I don't collect anything. The only thing I recently got was like the Final Fantasy cards. But those are very easy to store. And I try not to make too many excuses to hoard things. But anyway, keep going.
Yeah, Lindsay
remember that.
Lindsay says she can tell us exactly what he said because you have some conveniently timed amnesia.
Okay, so you said that you paid $1,800 for it, and then you financed the rest.
That was her
you
ring.
You did say that you were. Oh, that was the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you also bought her a ring for $3,000.
Dude. These people are dumb.
Yeah.
This is bad.
While unemployed.
And asking parents for delayed rent.
Yep. And then, so one of the reasons why you bought it
employed when I bought
is
the
you
ring.
were sold by the salesperson. You felt a little hustled. They told you that it would have been $12,000. And you really were just getting jealous because you kept seeing people wearing them. And
Oh my god, this guy's an idiot. I hate this guy already. In the backwards cap. Please. Stop. This guy's a... Oh my god. I can't... I'm about ready to have a crash out moment. I know Caleb Hammer in this video is crashing out like crazy, but I feel like I'm about ready to crash out just out of pure, unadulterated, pure unhinged rage right now. The guy felt hustled. No, it's called say no. Learn to say no. That's the one thing that our society doesn't teach us. Learn to fucking say no. Just learn to say no. It's as simple as that. If somebody tries to pressure you into buying something, tell them to fuck off. If you don't want it and they keep pressuring you to buy it, especially something expensive, tell them to fuck right off. Okay, let's keep going.
Kylie actually wanted to buy you a $100 chain that was gold plated, and you went ahead and did this. Now, Caleb, but here's the sentimental part. He spent $4,000 on this, but then he had part of it made into a bracelet for their baby that I'm sure she'll grow out of. I'm reading you for filth on that.
It's already pretty
What?
tight on her.
It's already tight on her? What the f is wrong with you guys? What?
Dude, Caleb's response is very justified. This might be the most justified response. I mean, his responses are typically justified because I think millennials might be the dumbest generation with money. You know, the irony is millennials and Gen Z always say, we're broke, we have no money, blah, 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 cry. And I'm a millennial, don't get me wrong. But I don't fall into that trap, and I don't know how I avoided that trap. I just realized that my entire generation is gay. and sucks. So I just decided not to act like a millennial because millennials suck. They spend money on frivolous, dumb shit. And then they complain about how broke they are after they waste all their money on bullshit. And they say everything's too expensive. Well, of course, everything's too expensive if you're buying expensive luxury goods that you can't afford. Simple as that. Anyway, that pisses me off, man. You know, it's funny. I can afford a lot of stuff. I choose not to because materialism is stupid. It's a trap. I would rather just keep investing and then have enough, you know, dividend income to where I could, honestly, I could tell my boss, I could tell my boss to go screw herself right now if I really wanted to. But I like the extra money though, so I'm gonna keep doing the job for the extra dough.
What's wrong with you guys? Making money moves should be simple, and that is why I use Cash App. It's fast, safe, and way easier than other apps.
Don't care,
And
dude.
you'll get
Yeah.
Don't care.
about the necklace. They know you did it in the same exact month.
Mm-hmm.
And
They didn't really say much.
oh, they're equally disgusting because they allow this. They refuse to promote any kind of growth among you guys.
I mean, you could blame your parents only for so long. Like, my parents were probably the worst role models I could ever have growing up. They were stupid with money. They did a lot of reckless things, reckless spending, you name it, all sorts of crap. And it just pissed me off to no end. So, yeah. Very frustrating.
They allow that? What is wrong with them? Yeah, you're gonna confess all this post-show to them, but I might have to yell at them. It's at a 27.2% interest rate. You wearing it?
You know, most drivers don't know that they can buy out their lease because it's not really talked about, right? It's not really talked about at the dealership.
So he's about ready to show his necklace, and I'm very curious to see how gay this necklace is.
Oh my. Oh, what are you fucking Shazam? This is.
He likes the Flash.
Oh my god. This guy's dumb. This guy is dumb. $4,000 on that bullshit necklace. I'll give you an example. My brother, I love him. I don't think he spent $4,000 on the gay necklace that he has. But my brother tries so hard to impress people. This is just a guy that's trying way too effing hard to impress people, and it's disgusting. I don't understand that lifestyle. I hope I
Wanted
never
a
will.
cross, but I thought that was more him. So I said, get this one instead of the cross.
Looks like a middle schooler.
You wear it every day at
I
least.
do. It's
One of these days, I just want to see Caleb hammer. Like, one of these days, his blood pressure is going to rise to a point, and he's going to smash up his set. He's going to be like, I'm done. There's just going to be this one guest, and it may happen sooner than we think, where it's going to set, they're going to set him over the edge. They'll be like, you're just too dumb. I don't know why I do this show anymore. Like, why? Why do I do this? What's the meaning of life? That sort of, like, crash out moment. We're going to see that. Because of people like these people. By the way, like I said, these people can be the new faces of Dunkin' Donuts. They can be the Jared Fogle. You know, how Jared Fogle was to Subway. These two can be to Dunkin' Donuts, is all I'm trying to tell you guys. Let's keep going.
the money worth.
Can't return it, so. I looked at that for my ring that I got.
Can you ask his parents if you can return him?
They may not want that either.
All right, what is this BMO Platinum card?
Oh, that was our more recent card.
My problem is that millennials think that credit cards are free money. Fuck, I was 18. When I was 18, I realized that credit cards were debt and the interest rates were insane. And I didn't get a credit card till I was 30. I didn't realize how advantageous cashback rewards were. I pay off my cards every 2 weeks. I use them like debit cards. I don't accrue any interest because I don't give them an opportunity to accrue any interest. I honestly think if you can't afford the item, don't buy it. Seriously. I mean, the only exception would be like an auto loan or like a high ticket item for like the business. I make exceptions to these rules. I am a bit of a hypocrite. You know, I put financing on this computer, but I paid 0% interest on my Amazon card, for example. That sort of thing. But this is insane, man. This is
That I
insane.
opened when I
Why?
to try to boost my credit back up.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Just pay off your fucking debt.
Well, I'm doing that, but it doesn't.
No, you're not. Oh, shut the fuck up. No, I just looked at one card. You spend $250 a week on Dunkin'. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. What kind of bullshit is that? That is a fuck you bullshit. Fuck off. What? Fuck off. When did you open this? Come on. Don't bullshit me.
I want to say in 2023, maybe 2024.
Okay, so it's not new. This is-
Newer.
Okay.
That's my.
Dude, this chick, I mean, they're both stupid. These two are both the biggest airheads. I can't stand the way she talks. I can't stand him either. They both talk like dinguses. And yeah, they both... Are they even old enough to be on this show? I swear to God, they look like they're still in high school. At least they act like they're still in high school. This blows my fucking mind.
Or more recent card that I opened when I
Why?
to try to boost my credit back up.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Just pay off your fucking debt.
Well, I'm doing that, but it doesn't.
No, you're not. Oh, shut the fuck up. No, I just looked at one card. You spend $250 a week on Dunkin'. Shut the fuck up. No, you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. What kind of bullshit is that? That is a fuck you bullshit. Fuck off. What? Fuck off. When did you open this? Come on. Don't bullshit me.
I want to say in 2023, maybe 2024.
Okay, so it's not new. This is-
Newer.
Okay.
That's my latest.
Great. We spent $499 on this. Again, it's maxed out. No one's surprised. There's fees going, or we have fucking payment plans. 15 months to pay off minimum payments only without any purchases. But do we always purchase? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So we owe $476.
It's just crazy because if you rack up too much debt, like I think that debt, if you tackle it one at a time, like the only real debt that I have is my auto loan. That's it. That is it. But if you try to take on too much debt from different things, like for example, let's say I got like even though I got this computer for about $1,400, I took on debt for this, but even that I feel like is riding a little bit crazy. You don't want to have too much debt, in my opinion. First off, it's stressful. It's good to just keep it down to maybe one. Like, here's an example. I think having a mortgage and having an auto loan should be the extent. And even if you have to get like financing for your car, make sure you're not getting a super expensive car. Make sure you're getting a barely used car. My car that I got, barely used, only had like 20,000 miles on it, and that was it. I take really good care of it, and I pretty much just use it for DoorDash and personal things, and going places to take video and stuff for the YouTube channel. That's about it. That's about the extent of it. That's all. Let's keep going.
$41 with a minimum monthly payment of $53.55.
I just don't get it, man. All these fees. Like, people need a different attitude towards debt. If we're gonna be honest.
Okay.
And when I say a different attitude towards debt, what I'm talking about is stop treating credit cards like they're free money. They're not free money. They're just not. Credit cards in no way are free money. And that's why these people are poor as shit. Let's keep going.
Not one considered possibly good purchase. Amazon. This is what is wrong with you? Pull up your Amazon for me right now, lady.
Yours or mine?
I don't have an Amazon app.
So it's you? It's you?
She usually sends me the stuff when we need to get stuff off Amazon.
Need. Let's see, need. Oh, you Android freaks.
Hey, did he just say Android freaks? First off, I just want to tell you this. If you have an iPhone, that's an overexpensive piece of crap. All right. I like iPhones. They're actually really good phones, but they are very spendy and they're really just a fashion symbol. Honestly, I have a Pixel 8 Pro. I'm a little tipped off by that. I like you, Caleb. I think you're great. But you should be encouraging these people to own Androids and not iPhones because iPhones are way outside of their budget range. Hell, I could buy an iPhone, but I'd rather not. I prefer my Android phone. Thank you, Google Pixel 8 Pro. By the way, link. I am an Amazon associate, so anytime you click on one of my links, I do get a small commission and no extra cost to you. It just helps support the channel. But the Google Pixel 8 is listed as my phone on there. So if you guys want to purchase one and give me some commission, check it out. You guys can buy a Pixel 8. You know you want to. All right. Anyway.
He made me switch when I got on his phone.
You can
plan.
be on an Android. I just don't know how to start a screen recording, so you better start it for me. Do you know how to?
Nope. I'm not tech. He might though. I was gonna say I have this one too. You got it.
Touch.
Treat.
Good boy. All right, that's enough for the day.
Potty training fine. Bucky's 50 count tub.
Buckeyes.
Okay.
Oh, that was my Mother's Day gift. I
shut
wanted
the fuck up.
chocolate.
It doesn't. You don't need it. Mother's Day's gift. Happy Mother's Day. I'm paying off the debt we owe you.
I don't sell Buckeyes in Las Vegas. I had to order them.
So I don't. You had more purchases than this. I know for a fact because there's literally more purchases
that all
on
it's showing?
here than I am seeing. So there's something wrong on
It
here.
might be this one.
What the fuck is this? Thought you didn't have the damn app.
I don't. It's just on Amazon.com.
Oh my gosh. Slippers definitely don't need that. Nail polish remover, fine.
The slippers, I think, were my mom's Mother Day.
Payment revision needed, probably because we're maxed out. Yeah. Of course. 3-pack short sleeve shirt. More short sleeve shirts.
Oh, they sent me the wrong one.
Pet soft male dog diapers. Old dog?
Yeah.
That's sad. This is crazy. Spin toy. So many things. Lots of laundry. It's like, I'd say it's like 30% bullshit. The rest of it I'm okay with. But you spend so much on Amazon. What, you found out that he has multiple Amazon accounts that he's paying for at one time?
Yeah.
It wasn't multiple Amazon
wrong
accounts. It
with
was
you?
multiple like subscriptions. Like the one was our yearly, the yearly
But
one.
why?
Because that's just the one was like Amazon Video. The one was
For her tablet.
Prime comes with everything, yeah?
not
know.
anymore. I think they like charge for
I think you pay one annual payment, and I think we pay a
one
monthly one
annual
too.
one, and then I do think there's a monthly one. I'm not sure what exactly it's for. I think it's for video, and I think the other one's for just.
We have interest charging this year.
Guys are just killing. I don't know how much of this video I could watch. I will admit I am a little bit tired though. I do got to start kind of winding down, going to bed. But I do want to thank you guys for viewing. Tim, that was I don't know if you're still here on this one, Tim, but dude. I will admit this show is very entertaining. Like it's fun. It's fun to do. It's fun to do reaction videos to this show. Holy smokes, though, dude! These two might be the dumbest people with money I've ever seen. It legitimately blows my mind, man. Crazy. I still don't know what to say, man. All right, I'm just going to end it on this note. If anybody's got any questions, make sure you ask them now. Or forever hold your peace. Tim Smith says, I'm drinking wine and feeling fine. Hell yeah, my man, get it. Dude, I think it's pretty cool you got some royalties, brother. That's awesome. But yeah, dude, get it, my man, get it. As long as you don't have to get up too early for work or anything, man. You know, you don't want to drink too much wine before you got to go to work in the morning or something. Unless you're like working from home in the morning or whatever, then that's a different story. But yeah, oh man, I'm a little bit exhausted. I do got to get up kind of early. But yeah. Can't think of anything else I want to say. I'm a little bit brain dead after dude. I feel like my brain melted a little bit after watching that Caleb Hammer video, man. Dude, one of these days, I'm telling you guys, he's gonna have a full-on crash out because he's gonna have such a stupid fucking guess. He's gonna have one stupid fucking guess that's gonna set him right over the edge, and he's gonna be like, ah. He's gonna wreck his set. It's gonna happen. I can't guarantee that it's going to happen, but it will probably happen. But anyway, I'll catch you all later. Thank you guys so much for watching this show. I greatly appreciate it. Mr. Tim Smith, thank you for suggesting the Caleb Hammer video. I'm stunned at how dumb. Like, it just blows my mind. It really does. It really blows my mind, man. Anyway, have a good night, my man. And also S47AS, have a good night, bro. TJ, I know that you're not on here at the moment, but have a good night, partner. Let's see. Tim Smith says, my town is currently 10 degrees warmer than Coos Bay. Yeah, honestly, right now, it's been very muggy, very misty at the moment. The sun was not showing much today. It was surprising. Did a little bit of DoorDash earlier, though. That was pretty pimp, but that was about the extent of it. You know, honestly, doing DoorDash in this town is actually not too bad. I have enough people who order DoorDash in this town to make a pretty healthy living off of it as a primary job if I needed to. But anyway, damn, it's warmer in Vancouver, like the Vancouver area, in Canada, than here in Coos Bay. Canada, who is farther north than we are, is somehow 10 degrees warmer than motherfucking Coos Bay. What the heck is going on here? Oh my God. I'll catch y'all later, Mr. Tim. It's always a pleasure, man, to have you on here. Just have a good night.